Thanks to your feedback on the previous episode, we are able now to push forward and make a signing. We don't have as much money as we would have liked, but it's because we committed a lot of money to Jadon Sancho. These were the three that were on my shortlist. There have been some other suggestions that don't really align with what I'm trying to do. So, as per what is the current top-rated reply, the current top-rated comment from Steve, literally username is just Steve, currently has 60 thumbs up. McKennie is the better option now with White's injury, which is a very valid point, as he could play centre-back as well as centre-mid. So I agree with that. And Weston McKennie is, as such, going to be the player that we go for. There was also multiple comments, including the current highest thumbs up of that type from Kovner, saying switch Saint-Maximin and Bowen in the rotation 11, which is exactly what I've also done. So, Weston McKennie then will hopefully be our next signing. They weren't able to even agree a fee with Athletic Club de Bilbao, so we shall try and agree a fee here. I'm not sure how hardball they'll play. Obviously, we have enough money to comfortably afford him, but I don't want to overpay in case I need to make some other kind of signing later on in the season. And they did recommend that did suggest that I could get him for between 41 and 53, I think it was. So I've offered slap bang in the middle, and basically that's what we've got, 47.6. That is agreeable. So it's only on £61,000 a week wage-wise as well. I imagine he'll want a bit of a wage boost, although he won't be crucial in my starting lineup. So I will offer him important only and hope that he signs it. Good. They have done that. That's eased my concerns slightly and will ensure that he will remain happy, basically, for the remainder of the save. We'll remove the bonus, but I will add an extra 10 grand a week on there. And they'll accept it. Great. Weston McKennie is in. We have another new signing. Now, he will go onto the bench. I'll put him onto the bench ahead of Jamie. Actually, I feel bad for Jamie Shackleton because he does make a good impact. Put him onto the bench ahead of Calvin Phillips. Weston McKennie can go in there. And then in the rotation 11, Weston McKennie will come straight in here for Renato, who obviously is supposed to be in my first team, or is in my first team, and not my second team in the game confirmation. Saint-Maximin now on the left, and Bowen now on the right. So, that is as much business as we're going to be doing for now. We shall take on current top of the table side Manchester City in the first game of the day. We have them away from home, followed by Southampton at home, Blackpool away, and Manchester United away, before ending the month. I'll sim Southampton and Blackpool, and we'll play Manchester United and hopefully get the results that we want. So let's crack on. Let's go and play Manchester City away from home with that team, and fingers crossed we'll get the result that we're after. Right, City's 11 then. Ederson still in goal for them in Season 7. Porro, Jimenez, Koulibaly, Angelino. That's a strong backline. Neves, Rodri and Nicolas Dominguez. Bernardo Silva, Mauro Icardi. And Leroy Sané is now in their starting lineup. I don't know what's happened to Neymar. He must be injured or suspended because they ordinarily play him over Sané. We saw in yesterday's episode that they started Sané on match day 1 and he picked up 2 goals. So I expect Sané to play well here. Icardi picked up 2 goals for them as well. They do have Lukaku on the bench to call upon, but again, unclear as to where Neymar is right now. I could perhaps check the injury list. That's a strike. Good save. Check the injury list once we get back to the menus and see if Neymar is actually injured. Obviously, we're missing Ben White through injury, but Weston McKennie can now fill in that role. He's basically going to play a similar role in the squad as Calvin Phillips, which is great because we could really do with those extra numbers in those central roles, both centre-mid and centre-back. And, well, he's going to be a little bit better than my previous second option in that particular role, which was Gyro Riedewald. Now, Malacia could find a brilliant ball to Jadon Sancho here, and has done. And Sancho could be in to score his first goal for Leeds United since joining the club. And he's done exactly that. City committed far too many men forward. They might have a really strong starting 11, but if there's nobody in their half, I'm going to score. That was one of the easiest goals we've scored ever. They just had Koulibaly and Jose Maria Jimenez on the halfway line, and that was it. That was an easy goal for me there. Jadon Sancho with his first goal in a Leeds United shirt, and we're 1-0 up. Dominguez, Bernardo, Dominguez again. Bernardo stood up towards the back post. Hakimi will head behind only for a corner. Leroy Sané to deliver short, maybe? No, they never do they? When there's someone running, they only take it short when there's actually someone stood next to them. That's going to fall to Nicola Dominguez, who shot well. It's fallen back to him. Ruben Neves can't miss, surely. Stefan Engel out to smother the ball. Our second only 90-plus rated player at this stage, although hopefully a couple of others might reach that mark. Oh, anywhere else and that's a goal. Hopefully a couple of others might reach that mark this season. But Engel and Jadon Sancho are currently my only 90-plus rated players. Oh, that is nasty. Not the best challenge there from Pedro Porro. And it is a yellow card for him. And a deserved one as well. There was some call to change some squad numbers in the comments section. I'm not yet sure whose numbers to change and what to. Do let me know in the comment section of this episode what you think I should change and whose numbers I should change, basically, and what to. I kind of butchered the way of explaining that. Tell me whose number to change and tell me what to change it to, basically, in the comment section, and I will act on that over the course of the next couple of episodes. I'm recording a little bit ahead of time now that I've got your feedback, so it might take a couple of episodes for the squad number changes to take effect, but I will do it, so rest assured that that is coming. Half an hour in here at the Etihad. It's City 0, Leeds 1, and we should, at the end of the episode, hopefully find out our Champions League group as well, thinking about it. Icardi, whoa, strong save by Engel after a strong effort from Mauro Icardi. City are knocking on the door now, and they will take this shot. Neves to Bernardo Silva, tried to turn him onto his right foot. He's gotten onto his left. There you go in. Nice block by Hakimi. Challenge for that, please, Adams. It drops to Icardi. Militao taking that in the face. And City still pressing. They will not give up. Their fifth corner in just the opening half an hour or so. Tyler Adams wins the initial header. Rodri, Malacia off the line. This is turning into a real top-of-the-table battle, even in these early stages of the season. Whoever wins this will go top. City already top. We'll go above them and should go above everybody else if we win it. And hopefully I can phrase this when we win it. Although City are certainly looking more likely of getting the next goal in this game. Hakimi. Into Renato. Jadon Sancho. Renato's still here with me. Jadon's gone again. And we'll look for the man at the back post. And Ola makes it 2. All of their pressure, Manchester City. Saves from Engel. Cleared off the line by Malacia. They haven't been able to make the pressure pay. And we've gone up the other end. And maybe, perhaps, even at this late stage in the first half, sealed the victory. 2-0. And that might be all she wrote. Although I'm sure City will fight back again. But they'll have to do it in the next 45. Sané. Little back heel to Angelino. Worried about the ball down the line. And there it is. Tyler Adams filling in at the minute. Transfer confirmed. Joe Gomez to Barcelona. Still Sané's tearing me apart down this left-hand side. I've taken Tomori off at half-time because he was just shattered. And Weston McKennie is on to make his debut. Sané offside there. 25 minutes to go. We're seeing Romelu Lukaku. They've taken off their biggest goal threat, City. Icardi has been the main man throughout the opening hour. That might be a poor decision unless Lukaku comes off the bench and absolutely sets us alight the same way Icardi does. And they get the goals that they need. Nicola Dominguez through looking for Sané. Engel with another save. We are really walking a tightrope here. 22 minutes to go. Angelino going off now. I'm not sure who's going to come on for him in the left-back role. It's Calero. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. Anywhere will do for me with that clearance. Thank you very much. Back it comes, though. And Dominguez will bring that down. Sancho fouls the man, but they play on. Calero. All right, hello. little flick. Dominguez, Sané, Calero again, into Hakimi. I barely stopped talking throughout this entire game so far because it's just been non-stop goalmouth action. Neves to Dominguez. Out to Calero again. Coup cross. Sané, little flick. Dominguez, he's got the option inside of Ruben Neves that hits Militao, and Engel will gather it. Let's stay calm. Ball switched quickly, looking for Sané, who will keep that in. And an early delivery might find him out at the back post if it weren't for Malacia, who's now 86 rated, I think, Malacia. Yes, he's continuing to grow. Pedro Porro with the throw. Bernardo Silva down to Porro. If they get one now, there is still the slimmest of chances for City. Rodri to Calero. Sané, I think he's just offside there. He was, thank the Lord. Renato forward, but we've given away possession. But the referee should do me a favour and blow his whistle, which he does. That is a big statement of intent from us against the side that won their first match 4-0. The side that won the league the season before last. That's a massive statement of intent. Oh, but we really have done a job on them. Wow. Oh, that feels like a FUT Champions game with those shot statistics. Sorry, City. We were very, very good defensively, though. And despite the amount of efforts they had, none were really massively clear-cut. It's clear to see why we bought McKennie. He's come in and done a job. Leeds United always wins. We'll be a little bit cocky now that we've beaten a title rival. And we deserved the result. We worked hard. Not sure we deserved the result. But I'm not going to be like, oh, they were amazing and we were really poor. Because we weren't. But they were perhaps just unlucky. You wanted to let me know. Oh, I'll give you a chance, mate. You're not the first team anymore, though, I'm afraid. Alain. Southampton we can sim with the first team. Transfer bid in for Alain Saint-Maximin from Arsenal. Oh, we were going to see what their... I wanted to see injury list, Man City, didn't I, for Neymar. No Neymar injured for City. And we were going to check if Arsenal had signed another keeper. City, they've still got Neymar. So maybe he's suspended, I don't know. Or he's just not in the squad. I didn't see him on the bench. And they do still only have one goalkeeper. It's so annoying that they just aren't signing one. Hey look, Arsenal are 11th. Who can I buy from Arsenal that's I can just send a keeper for? Let me just search for Arsenal players. I'll be back with you in a moment. Just going to go for someone completely random that is not going to get anywhere near their starting lineup. And I will approach to buy. I need them to be quite a low value anyway to stand a chance of just being able to do the straight player swap. Goalkeepers. Now Castro is worth more. Miller is worth less, but he's playing well. I'm going to say Castro. They're not interested in him. They're not even interested in a goalkeeper. Well, sorry, Arsenal. I tried to help you out, but you in your own way. Matt Macy will have to do for you then for the foreseeable future and probably for the rest of the save. Screw yourselves. I tried to help. You wouldn't let me. Right. We'll sim this game with the first 11. We'll sim the midweek game in the Carabao Cup with a rotation 11. And then we'll play Manchester United and hopefully come away with a victory there as well. Two really strong tests for us in today's episode. United have gone 1-0 up through Dele Alli, their new signing. Tamori's got himself sent off because he's an absolute moron. And Orlan has got us a second goal. Malacia injured. Stop with the injuries, please. Malacia's had to come off. Orlan gets a hat-trick. We scored 2 goals since going down to 10 men. And United are battering West Ham, although they have pulled one back. Saint-Maximin gets a 4th off the bench. Please don't be out for long, Malacia. 3 days, thank God. Tamori, you're in for Ben White, who was suspended, or injured even, and then you go and get yourself bloody suspended. Idiot. I'll give you a chance, is what I'll say. I'm not going to give you a chance. I'm sorry. Right. So I'm now going to have to let Tamori come out of that. I'll put John Morris on the bench here for Orlan. And Marlon can be the backup striker in that particular situation. Right. Yep. That'll do. And then it'll just also replace Tamori, who will be suspended for this one game, which won't make much of an issue. He's put in Price, one of the three, at centre-back. Now this should be a pretty straightforward win. You would have thought, with a side that strong. Saint-Maximin, Shackleton, Cunha, Bowen, McKennie, Phillips, Emerson, Atal, all very good players, and we are 3-0 up inside the first half. So, yes, we are... Oh no, Bradford, what are you doing to me? Cambridge United losing 2-0 away from home to Bradford. Bowen has made it 4. Come on, Cambridge, where's the fight back? 5-0 now as Calvin Phillips gets in on the act. Oh man, Cambridge United out of the Carabao Cup. That series will replace this one when we're finished at the end of this season. Not the right opponent is what I'll say. Sorry, pal. Match rescheduled. Tamori is now eligible again. That's good because I'm going to need him against Manchester United. Thank you very much. But Eder Militao might not be available. Champions League draw, I think, has been made now. Thanks to that graphic there. How many games have been rescheduled? Please tell me Militao's going to be available at the weekend. He is, but he's tired. For crying out loud. Pretty good form. I'll consider it, but probably not. Paisley, whoa, big international break upcoming. Have the Champions League groups been drawn yet? They have. We have CSKA Moscow, AC Milan, and Ajax. That is not a straightforward group. Welcome to the Champions League, lads. Right, Manchester United pre-match press conference. You've had a good run so far. We are, of course, hoping to keep up the pace at the top of the table. Has performed admirably last time out. We shall try and build on that. We're building a winning team, is what we'll say. 3 players in: Militao, Sancho, and Weston McKennie. I did initially want to actually sign more than just 2 players for the starting lineup, but as it turns out, we ended up going with what you guys wanted with regards to bringing Sancho in. I wanted to bring in 4 if I could, but I went for what you guys wanted, which is why we got Sancho, and we just had to deal with the lack of funding after that. Militao, do I take him out? I'm going to start McKennie ahead of Militao. I can't really play Militao on like 60% stamina, not against Man United. It's just not going to work. And then we'll put Calvin Phillips in there. Right, come on then. Away from home at Old Trafford. Back to Manchester we go. Can we win again? Right, Man United starting 11. David De Gea still in goal for them. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Ruben Dias and Ethan Laird again. Declan Rice and Sandro Tonali, very familiar looking United signed so far. New signing Dele Alli in at Cam. Mason Greenwood, who scored 2 goals in his last game apparently, leads the line still. Antoine Griezmann on the bench. Denis Zakaria still there as well. United are always very, very strong. They still got Heung-min Son. I'm not sure if they still got Son. I didn't see him on the bench, although I can't say as I looked that hard. Nicola Pepe is a relatively new signing at Manchester United as well. And we'll wait and see what happens at Old Trafford. But after our strong showing against... that's a poor pass. After our strong showing against City, I'd certainly like to back that up by putting in another strong performance here. So far, United have won 1 and drawn 2 this season. So they are undefeated. Oh, Tamala Mars ruined me. They are undefeated, but they were 9th in the table. Nicola Pepe to Greenwood. Engel with a save. It appears that whenever we play Manchester, Stefan Engel has a job to do. Tonali will take that short to Lamar. All edge of the box here, Declan Rice. That's what I tend to do in Ultimate Team, let alone on Career Mode. Declan Rice with a fancy back heel. It'll fall to Dele. And another save from the keeper. We still can't get rid of the ball. And all we seem to do against both Manchester sides is defend. Another corner. 3 in the opening 10 minutes. As City had 5 in the opening half an hour. I feel like these 2 games that we're playing today, I've done more talking and more commentating on the action in these games than I have done in the previous 10 combined. It's just been absolutely non-stop. Jadon Sancho could get in behind here. I don't know how fast Ethan Laird is, but he's not quick enough to cope with Jadon Sancho, that's for sure. Lovely turn by Renato Sanchez. And Tyler Roberts has got the turn on the defender. Can we squeeze it home with the near post? No, David De Gea with a good save. My turn for a corner. Renato whips. Marlon's up. It's on target, but De Gea leaps away. Marlon. Adams. We'll go back this way. Orlan. Renato is there. It's Tyler Roberts. Trying to work it about as best as we can to work our way through, but they're really hard to break down, United, which is, along with our experience in previous games against them, particularly Old Trafford. We lost 3-1 here last year, I think. Wan-Bissaka to Pepe to Wan-Bissaka to Pepe to Wan-Bissaka. And Tyler Adams isn't quite quick enough to deal with Wan-Bissaka. In there to Declan Rice. Bit of space for Dele. That's really well worked by Declan Rice. Nicola Pepe's heavily left-footed. Tries to get back on that left foot and we get the ball away. Now, Orlan is forward with me here. Now, he's going to have the legs on Harry Maguire. Of that, I've no doubt. Can we find a teammate? I'll try and pull this back, looking for Donyell Marlon, who arrives and shoots. But shoots wide. Win that header. Okay. Tonali. Forward to Lamar. Into Dele. Greenwood. Back to Tonali. Cleared away. Can you get to that, Orlan? It's a tough ask. Can Renato get to that? No. Now, I'm slightly worried about them cutting me apart here. Oh, that's a heavy touch, so Malassi has done well, but Sandro Tonali is just a machine. I can get the ball off him, and he's quick too. Win that header, please. Well up for Kayo. Declan Rice. Out to Ethan Laird again. Nicely done, Renato, and that will probably bring the first half to a close. First half that we have had probably even share of it, actually. We've been more competitive overall in this one than we were against City, but don't have the goals to show for it at this stage. What are the match facts? 3 shots for us, 2 for them, but dominating possession, the home side. What can we do in the second half? Wait and see. Roberts to Adams. 110 million. Who have City signed? I didn't see the graphic. I just am hearing the commentary. Renato looking for Orlan. Oh, can't squeeze it through. I had just paused it and unpaused it. That must be why the graphic wasn't on screen. I'm not sure who it is that they're talking about. Saint-Maximin off the bench for me here then, please. And maybe a towel from last year as well, just to add a little bit more fresh leg-wise to deal with them defensively whilst we try and cut them apart offensively going the other way. I have not felt at the races in either game against either Manchester side, but one, we were able to get the win in, and this one, we're fighting hard to keep ourselves unbeaten so far in the Premier League. Who's going to run for me? No one, apparently. Let's all just stand in the middle of the centre circle, shall we? Yeah, that's a great idea. Renato looking for Jadon Sancho. Can't get away from Ethan Laird. So only got a max potential of 83, Ethan. Of course, with dynamic potential, it only counts for user-controlled teams. So he's definitely only 83 at most. Oh, good save, David De Gea. Nice going off now. Sancho to deliver the corner. It's not a bad whip. Tomori's up. Maguire hacks it away. We did actually beat Man United last time we played them, didn't we, in the FA Cup final? So we're no strangers to beating United recently, although they have been ordinarily better than us in most games we've played. Saint-Maximin with a little bit of classy footwork that doesn't lead to a chance, unfortunately. Win this, please. Challenge. Yes, Tyler. To Tyler. To Tyler. To Sancho. Ah, to the stand. 15 to go. Still 0-0. Lamar. To Tino. Just come on for Mason Greenwood here. Oh, Tonali's just so strong. You can't shake him off the ball. Nicola Pepe. Into Tonali again. I'm waiting for that through ball. Tomori read it well, thankfully. Trying to work something here to give us a last minute, or late at least, opportunity. Time that for Tyler Roberts, who's in behind. He's got the legs on Harry Maguire. No! Oh, too much underneath it, Tyler. That's poor. It's really bad. He just got stuck under his feet and he's had to scoop it to try and find the far corner. Wasn't the best of turns, and as such, we're not going to get a win here. So long as we avoid defeat, I think it could be classed as a positive result. But, oh man, what could have been? Natal steps in well, looking for Saint-Maximin. I'll ask him to give and go, which he's elected to not do. And Wan-Bissaka steps in as Tyler Adams, delayed with his pass. Wan-Bissaka getting a little bit wayward, but they're clearly throwing caution to the wind by pushing defensive players forward. Saint-Maximin takes that in his stride well. Harry Maguire shouldn't be able to cope with me for pace. Now, can we find a teammate? It would be a last-minute winner! On the volley, Tyler Roberts! First time in the 92nd minute, Leeds United will win at Old Trafford. And that is the best goal of the season that we've scored so far. Brilliant counter-attacking, lovely pace by Saint-Maximin, gorgeous pass. Tyler Roberts shrugs off the man in the middle. It may even be Sandro Tonali, the man who's been so strong throughout the game. And what a finish. It is Sandro Tonali that he's brushed off. Tyler Roberts may have fluffed his lines a moment ago, but that is top quality from the young man. Easily my best scorer of goals so far this season, and for a while. He keeps on delivering, Tyler Roberts. He's getting better and better and better. Maybe we could get him up into the 90s this season. We, as it happens, dominated the chance creation, even though United dominated the ball play throughout the game. And we'll get another set of 3 points. That should see us top of the table, I hope. See what the media have to say. Tyler Roberts deserves all the praise. What a crashing finish. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. I don't know as we needed luck there, but that's the way we'll play it. Even though Leeds United won, it was a tough battle. It was. Concern for a brief moment, yes, anything could have happened. You're welcome. Is that us top of the table? I'm not sure. We will end transfer deadline day. I'm sorry, Jared. Squad rotation is important though, and you will have your fair share of games this season. We are top of the table and the only side to win every single game thus far. And nobody else can do that. So we are top of the table. 10 goals scored, 1 conceded. Biggest transfers of the window so far. SANCHO'S for 147.3. It was Aouar from Atleti to City for £110.4 million. We've played against Aouar already this season when we played Atleti, and will now undoubtedly play against him again. And City have sold Jose Maria Jimenez, so they've signed Aouar and sold Jimenez since playing us. Aouar in for 110, Jimenez back to Spain to Barcelona this time for 90.8. A lot of big transfers in this window. Huge transfers everywhere. That took a big jump there as well. Obviously not above 90.8 because Jimenez is still there as the third biggest transfer of the window, but there are some big deals going through, it seems. An offer for Emerson. We're not looking to sell anyone at this stage now, and clearly the side is playing well. We are top of the table, through in the Carabao Cup, although you would have expected that against Blackpool, to be fair to them. And also we will start our Champions League journey for the very first time in tomorrow's episode. Still no bigger deals than those 3, but over £500 million spent on deadline day alone. Still, the deals come in. City are selling so many players. Signed Dominguez and Aouar, and sold Moranchuk, Soyuncu, Jimenez and Icardi. Right, in this window then, Martin's in at Bournemouth, Leon Bailey in at Arsenal. Little bit of business for Villa, but not much. Brighton have spent just over 30 million. Chelsea have signed Belotti and Abraham. Could be centre-back Abraham. It could also be them buying Tammy back. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. Hwang Hee-chan has left them though. Palace have done nothing. Everton have signed Nkunku. Harriet Abraham. Yes, Tammy Abraham going back to Chelsea then. Tammy leaving Everton to go back to Chelsea. Scenes. Bracalo leaving Everton as well. We've spent £195 million and made just 21. 2 in, 2 out. Leicester have signed Harit, Kanyos and Owusu. Liverpool have signed Piontek and Valverde and sold Joe Gomez and Ousmane Dembele, who was new at the club last season, only lasting 12 months then. Dominguez and Aouar in at City, with Moranchuk, Soyuncu, Jimenez and Icardi going out as we saw. Dele Alli in at United, Zarato, Sigankov and Dan James leaving Old Trafford. Eggestein in and Tau out at Newcastle. Forest have done a little bit. Southampton has sold Fernandes, but nothing more. Tottenham have signed Jones, Nunez and Rabiot. Cantwell, Anderson and Ali obviously out. Stendera and Riedebald in at Swansea. Watford have signed Otavio and Evander and sold Leva and Kachibue. And West Ham, Benez, Green and Nekul in, with Lanzini and Cullen going out. Wolves have just sold Jan Karamo and that's it. What other big deals there, though, were there going on around Europe? The manager role has been offered me at Barcelona for the second time in this save, which we shall reject. So then, transfer history. The biggest transfer deals this window. We know the top three. Valverde to Liverpool was 79 million. Dele Alli we know the price of. Rashford has gone to Juve from Bayern for 73. Bailey we saw. Joe Gomez we saw. Pulisic from Barcelona to Lyon. Tammy back to Chelsea as an 86 rated striker. Chiesa to Paris Saint-Germain. Icardi went to Real Madrid for £52.3 million. Wendell to AC Milan. Sigankov went to Leipzig. Nicola Dominguez, as we have played against him, 87 rated. He's going to be so good. 48.3 million. McKennie was us. Carlos Soler from Inter to Real. It's Moussa Dembele they sold. So they haven't sold Ousmane Dembele. It's Moussa. So Ousmane is still there. 46 million to Juventus. Ferro to Bayern. Golovin to Fiorentina. Ikone to Real Madrid. What's he rated at these days? 87 rated. Wow. Zarracho went to Bayern. Davinson Sanchez from Bayern to Barcelona. And Kunku to Everton. What's he rated at now? 85. Luis to Bologna, presumably to replace Dominguez. Procalo went to Lyon. Belotti to Chelsea, 85 rated at 31 years of age. Piontek to Liverpool, 85 rated at 30 years of age. Gelson Martins to Barcelona for 34.3. Isaka's gone to Bayern. Odriozola to PSG. Anderson has left Tottenham. That's a transfer I didn't think we'd see go through. He's been rock solid for Tottenham at the back. Gone to Dortmund. I might have signed him myself. I'd known he was available. Lindelöf to Dortmund as well. They're clearly needing some defensive players. Torreira has gone to Leipzig. Dan James went to Napoli. Munoz, Rabiot to Spurs, as we saw. He's 85 rated at 30 years of age. Moranchuk went to Atalanta. Soyuncu to Milan. Karamo went to Dortmund. Boateng, he's rapid, isn't he? Manuel Boateng. Gone to Nice. And any other big ones? No, that's it. Well, that's how we'll end today's episode. Top of the Premier League table with Liverpool on the horizon. Busy month. Very busy month. It's going to be a very busy season again for us. But hopefully, with the additions, we will be able to deal with it on 4 fronts and do at least a double, if not a treble, if not a quadruple. Or a quintuple, actually, because we won the Community Shield. We'll wait and see. Unfortunately, no chance of 6 trophies because we lost the UEFA Super Cup. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section which shirt numbers you'd like changed. I'll see you tomorrow.